Welcome back, fight fans. Welcome back. Let's just dig right into it. Tyson Fury comes out and states he only needs one hand to beat Andy Ruiz, and this is a direct statement from Tyson Fury. He says, listen, we never know what's going to happen in life, and I can never say no to anything, but one thing I will say is I will let the fans decide which hand I put behind my back and beat Andy Ruiz with the other hand, because I only need one hand for him. And this is a statement that Tyson Fury made to TMZ Sports, and I find this an interesting statement because, I think most people will look at Tyson Fury and say, okay, yeah, he has a size advantage, a reach advantage over Andy Ruiz Jr. And, he's more technically gifted than Andy Ruiz Jr. But at the same time, Tyson Fury is not a perfect fighter. Tyson Fury is not the fastest fighter in the world. And Tyson Fury can be beat. He has shown some flaws. His chin is susceptible to big shots. Deontay Wilder put him on the canvas. At the end of the day, Tyson Fury has avoided top-level competition, and I think that he's clout chasing Andy Ruiz Jr. I think the fact that Andy Ruiz extremely fast hand speed is going to be a problem for Tyson Fury. On the reverse end, I can see Tyson Fury holding Ruiz off with the jab, but Andy Ruiz Jr. has shown that he's a top-level boxer, and most people regard him as an undefeated fighter. Most people felt like he got robbed against a Joseph Parker. So if he got robbed against Joseph Parker, he just beat Anthony Joshua, the same Anthony Joshua that Tyson Fury didn't want to fight. And so, you have to respect Andy Ruiz Jr. So no matter who you favor in that fight, you understand that Andy Ruiz will be no easy fight for Tyson Fury. And I think that will be close to a 50-50 fight. And this is why I say 50-50 because I think Tyson Fury is exceptionally gifted, has a height and reach advantage as he does with most opponents. But there's, we don't know exactly how good Tyson Fury is because, you see him beat a Vladimir Klitschko who doesn't have blazing hand speed, who isn't a smaller opponent and which many big fighters struggle with, hence the Anthony Joshua fight. But then you also see that Andy Ruiz Jr. has blazing fast speed and he's used to getting on the inside of bigger, taller opponents and getting around that jab. So I think that Andy Ruiz Jr. can bring a lot of problems for Tyson Fury, can make him extremely uncomfortable. And a lot of fanboys come out and say, well, it'll be a wash. Tyson Fury will just dominate Ruiz. I don't think so. I don't think it'll be easy, and I think Andy Ruiz has a very good chance of beating Tyson Fury as well. Because if you look at it, and we just look at Tyson Fury's history, he's consistently bum bashing. He's not fighting the best fighters, and he's fighting a Deontay Wilder, which was an easy fight to him to some degree because Deontay Wilder is the less technically gifted fighter in the heavyweight division. He's probably the worst technical fighter in boxing, period. Deontay Wilder has no technical abilities, and pretty much he's lost rounds against Eric Molina, Arthur Spilka, Gerald Washington, El Gallo Negro. He's lost rounds against literally everyone he's fought. So Deontay Wilder's constantly losing rounds to low-tier competition. He's only winning the fights because he knocks the guys out. What happens when Tyson Fury's in there with a guy who can bring a different dimension that he's never faced, such as Andy Ruiz Jr., who can, use exceptional hand speed, who can cause problems for Tyson Fury because we haven't seen Tyson Fury under duress. Why? Because Tyson Fury does not fight the best of the best. He didn't want to fight Anthony Joshua. He didn't even want to fight a Dillian White who would cause him problems. Let's just oversee this history. Eddie Hearn, called out Tyson Fury's bluff, stating that he wants to fight Dillian White, that he's willing to fight Dillian White. And you see Tyson Fury backs that back by calling Dillian White a coward, calling him a bum. And Dillian White comes out and, goes right at Tyson Fury and basically says you can't be the best if you're fighting Tom Schwartz. You're fighting a grade A tomato can in Tom Schwartz, and you want to talk about Dillian White being a bum. Dillian White would be a credible name on Tyson Fury's resume. It would make him an even more established fighter while he's sitting up here, bum bashing, and he's afraid to take a chance on a guy that could beat him. He's afraid to take the chance. There's no excuse for him constantly bum bashing. The reason why Anthony Joshua lost is because he took risky fights. He fought the Klitschkos. He fought, he didn't just fight one Klitschko. He fought Alexander Povetkin, which is a dangerous fight. Dillian White, which is a dangerous fight. Andy Ruiz, which is a dangerous fight. Anthony Joshua's fought a top level of competition, even Joseph Parker. And then you see the same thing with Andy Ruiz, wanting to fight Anthony Joshua, wanting to fight Deontay Wilder, fighting a Joseph Parker. You see Andy Ruiz wanting to fight the best fighters. Tyson Fury's wanting to fight bum bashers and Deontay Wilders who cannot box, who only has a big right hand. Come on, let's be honest and unbiased. Deontay Wilder does not want, don't want to fight a guy like Anthony Joshua, and neither does Tyson Fury. And the only one that really wants to step up to those challenges is the Andy Ruiz Jr. And so you give Andy Ruiz Jr. all the credit in the world. You see Dillian White comes out and stated that, when Tyson Fury's talking all this garbage, he came out and stated that he knocked Tyson Fury down and maybe even knocked him out in sparring. That's real talk. So if a guy's talking this way about you, why wouldn't you make the fight? And this is way before any Dillian White and PED controversy. This is way before any of that. And so at the end of the day, there was no excuse for him not to fight Dillian White. And let's be honest, Tyson Fury failed the drug test himself. So let's be honest and unbiased. I think Andy Ruiz Jr. gives Tyson Fury a lot of problems. I think it's a 50-50 fight, a close fight. Tyson Fury has decided advantages over Andy Ruiz Jr. But this goes back to the whole narrative that Anthony Joshua cherry-picked Andy Ruiz Jr. It was never a cherry pick. Andy Ruiz Jr. was a very credible opponent. Many people felt was still undefeated. And at the end of the day, Anthony Joshua may or may not have overlooked him, but that's besides the point, because Andy Ruiz Jr. is one of the fighters that can actually fight. If you know boxing, Andy Ruiz Jr. is no easy opponent for anyone. Regardless of how he looks and the aesthetics, Andy Ruiz Jr. is a problem. And at the end of the day, Tyson Fury is the cherry pick king, and he's simply clout chasing Andy Ruiz Jr. for his big name. Once again, Unbiased as always, it's the IBFP. Please share, like, and you must absolutely subscribe.